Our coverage continues into an alleged cover-up in the Buffalo Public School District. As we first reported yesterday, since September of 2021, the Buffalo police have responded to calls at city schools more than 17,000 times.
17,000 times, and those include hundreds of calls reporting assaults, threats, missing persons, and even sexual offenses. Nate joins us here in studio now, and one of the questions we've heard since your report last night is which schools, Nate, are actually seeing the most of these calls?
Yeah, Scott, that's a lot of feedback I got today. We took that and broke it down. According to the information I obtained since September 1st, 2021, police responded to 56 different schools, but there are some that stand out more than others. According to that data, these are the schools in the top 10 in the district that had the most police responses. They include McKinley High School with more than 1,500 calls, Bennett High School, East High, International Prep, and South Park High in the top 5. Now, the Science Magnet School, which was the focus of some of those claims by Buffalo Police Detective Richard High, had over 740 police responses during that time period. And many of these calls are very serious in nature, including, like you said, Scott, more than 126 calls for sexual offenses and rape.
Nate, you know, I looked at these numbers. I spoke with some people today at lunch when I was at a Buffalo public school. What does this data actually do, and how is it going to help with reporting in the future?
Yeah, that's an important question, Claudia, and I want to be clear that this is a data at the dispatch level. So that means what was told to Buffalo police when they were called to respond to the school. It doesn't necessarily mean that's what was happening when police got there. So, for example, if they were called there for a fight, but when they arrived there were kids skateboarding, that's going to be a disconnect in some of this data. But this data will allow us to dig a little bit deeper and ask for specific reports to some of those incidents that Buffalo police responded to. And there's also questions that need to be raised about how some of those calls are categorized. More than 50% of them are vague or non-specific categories that don't paint a real picture about why Buffalo police responded. Now, I'm told Buffalo police leadership was trying to crack down on how those calls were labeled because it could skew some of that information and how it's interpreted, but that has changed in recent months.
Those are some staggering big numbers. I mean, McKinley alone over 1,500.
Yeah, I mean,
that's a lot of calls.
One per day pretty much at this point on average, yeah.
Yeah, you just have to break it down and figure out exactly how many were serious, how many were not serious.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's going to take more digging, which we, of course, will do.
All right.
Thank you. Appreciate it.